You might think your favorite drink is harmless, but what if it's secretly fueling inflammation in your body? From sugary sodas to your morning coffee, certain beverages can trigger chronic inflammation, leading to issues like weight gain, joint pain, and even heart disease. But how do you know if your go-to drink is the culprit? And what should you be sipping instead? Today, we're uncovering the hidden effects of popular drinks on inflammation and revealing the smarter choices for a healthier, pain-free life. Today, we will talk about could your favorite drink be contributing to inflammation. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. That comforting morning coffee, refreshing afternoon soda, or relaxing evening cocktail might be doing more than just satisfying your thirst. It could be quietly fueling chronic inflammation throughout your body. While we carefully scrutinize our food choices for inflammatory ingredients, most people give little thought to what they drink, despite beverages often containing higher concentrations of problematic compounds than solid foods. Emerging research reveals that many popular drinks trigger inflammatory responses through multiple pathways, spiking blood sugar, disrupting gut bacteria, overloading the liver, or irritating the digestive tract. The consequences of these daily inflammatory hits accumulate silently over time, potentially contributing to joint pain, digestive issues, skin problems, fatigue, and increased risk for serious diseases. Understanding how your favorite drinks might be undermining your health could be the missing piece in your fight against chronic inflammation. The sugar trap: how sweetened beverages ignite systemic inflammation. Sugar-sweetened beverages represent one of the most potent dietary sources of inflammation, with a single can of soda containing up to 10 teaspoons of sugar that hits your bloodstream almost instantly. This sugar tsunami triggers a cascade of inflammatory events. It spikes blood glucose levels, causing glycation damage to proteins throughout your body. It feeds harmful gut bacteria that produce inflammatory byproducts, and it overwhelms your liver's processing capacity, leading to fatty liver disease, another source of inflammation. Even seemingly healthy options like fruit juices and sweetened teas can contain equivalent sugar loads without the fiber that slows absorption in whole fruits. The insulin surges provoked by these drinks contribute to insulin resistance over time, creating a pro-inflammatory state throughout the body. Research shows that regular consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages increases inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein (CRP) and interleukin-6 (IL-6), which are linked to numerous chronic diseases. Artificial sweeteners: the inflammation paradox. Many people switch to diet sodas and artificially sweeten drinks to avoid sugar's inflammatory effects, only to encounter different but equally concerning problems. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin alter gut microbiota in ways that may promote glucose intolerance and inflammation. These synthetic compounds confuse the body's natural ability to gauge calorie intake, potentially leading to metabolic dysfunction. Some studies suggest artificial sweeteners activate inflammatory pathways in the brain associated with headaches and neurological symptoms. Even natural zero-calorie sweeteners like stevia and monk fruit, while better options, may still trigger insulin responses that contribute to metabolic inflammation when consumed regularly. The common practice of mixing artificial sweeteners with caffeine and energy drinks creates a particularly inflammatory combination, as caffeine enhances the absorption of these compounds while adding its own stress to the adrenal system. Dairy dilemmas: when milk doesn't do a body good. For many adults, that creamy latte or milkshake might be contributing to low-grade inflammation rather than providing wholesome nutrition. A significant portion of the population experiences some degree of lactose intolerance or dairy sensitivity, often without realizing it. The casein proteins in dairy can trigger inflammatory immune responses in susceptible individuals, while the lactose sugar causes digestive distress that leads to gut inflammation. Even in people without overt dairy intolerance, the growth hormones and bioactive molecules naturally present in milk may stimulate inflammatory pathways. Conventional dairy also contains higher levels of omega-6 fatty acids compared to grass-fed options, contributing to an inflammatory fatty acid balance. The pasteurization process, while necessary for safety, alters milk's natural enzymes that might double-edged sword of inflammation. That glass of wine with dinner may help you relax, but it could also be relaxing your body's defenses against inflammation. Alcohol metabolism produces toxic byproducts like acetaldehyde that trigger inflammatory responses, as the liver works to neutralize them. Regular alcohol consumption increases intestinal permeability, leaky gut, allowing bacterial endotoxins to enter the bloodstream and provoke systemic inflammation. Even moderate drinking raises levels of inflammatory cytokines while depleting glutathione, the body's master antioxidant. The dehydrating effect of alcohol further concentrates inflammatory compounds in tissues. While certain compounds in red wine, like resveratrol, have anti-inflammatory properties, the alcohol itself and added sulfites may outweigh these benefits for many people. Coffee controversy: brewing inflammation or protection? Your morning coffee habit could either be fighting inflammation or fueling it, depending on your individual physiology and how you take your brew. Coffee contains hundreds of bioactive compounds, with some like chlorogenic acid having potent anti-inflammatory effects, while others may irritate sensitive digestive systems. The caffeine in coffee stimulates cortisol release, which can be inflammatory when elevated chronically. Many people's inflammation from coffee comes not from the coffee itself, but from what they add to it: sugar, artificial sweeteners, or dairy products. Fruit juice fallacy: nature's candy in disguise. That all-natural fruit juice you consider a healthy choice might be delivering a concentrated dose of fructose without the beneficial fiber that slows absorption in whole fruits. The fructose in fruit juice goes straight to your liver, where excessive amounts are converted to fat in a process that generates inflammatory free radicals. Unlike glucose, which every cell can use for energy, fructose must be processed by the liver, creating metabolic stress that leads to inflammation. Even freshly squeezed, unpasteurized juices contain this high fructose load, and commercial juices often have added sugars on top of the natural fruit sugars. Energy drinks: the perfect inflammatory storm. The combination of ingredients in energy drinks creates a uniquely inflammatory cocktail that stresses multiple systems simultaneously. The massive doses of caffeine, often equivalent to 3 to 5 cups of coffee per can, trigger adrenal stress and cortisol release. The synthetic vitamins added to these drinks are often in forms the body can't use efficiently, creating metabolic stress. The combination of sugar or artificial sweeteners with caffeine enhances the absorption of both, creating more dramatic blood sugar swings and neurological effects. Many energy drinks also contain inflammatory additives like artificial colors, preservatives, and natural flavors that can trigger immune responses. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.